and I went julienne instead of disc. Well, that's great. You can see that it actually does.
Well, that would work for the zucchini.
Right, exactly. Why am I still on the julienne setting? Oh, because I'm underneath here. My apologies, guys. I should probably use my glasses. That would be actually something that would work out for me.
It's all of us.
Right? One more time. Ta-da!
Okay.
So you can see, I'm just going to do some of these, but you can see how thin these pieces are, and they're all individual. But then if I wanted to, I could turn it, and I'll turn it this way for you guys. And you can see that they're much bigger, so you can use those in a salad. And then if I turn it a little bit more, you can see how much thicker they are. So you can see that the difference in between the thicknesses. So, and as I said, I prep my salads on Sunday, and so I will take my cucumbers, my peppers, my onions. You can do a lot of stuff. They say sweet potatoes are a little bit big, so but you can do carrots. You can do all kinds of stuff in here. And so if you'll do all of those, if anybody has, who has the cool and serve trays? Anybody have the cool and serve trays? You can take the cool and serve trays with the inserts in them, and you can put your cucumbers and all your stuff, stick it on top and stick it in your fridge, and then your salad's right there. Then you just pull it out and prep your salad really quickly, and you're done for the first couple of days of the week. So super helpful to be able to do that. But this is an absolute fantastic piece just by itself, but I use it so much with, like I said, French fries, zucchini, all kinds of stuff. And so, and you're welcome to, I'm gonna stick this piece in right here, and anybody is welcome to, I'll get it down to where we can put the topper in. There we go. And then you guys are welcome to come over and try it later on. And while I'm waiting for all of that to go, these are our stainless steel mixing bowls. This is why I joined Pampered Chef. When I lived in the UK 11 years ago, I actually joined the British version of Pampered Chef because my husband was the exchange officer over there. They have silicone bottoms to them, so they're not going to slide across your counter. They're not going to scratch your counter. And these are my go-to. I love the fact that you can put your finger right inside here, but it's got measurements up inside of it. And they do have lids for them, so you can make your giant pasta salads. You can do all kinds of stuff. But when I'm doing things where I need wet and dry ingredients, these are fantastic, and there's a set of 3 of them. I use the first one for the dip right there. So quickly, and then I'm going to move on to bigger things for you all. But this is our whipped cream maker, and who likes homemade whipped cream? I can't stand, so I lived in Germany for years. Anybody else live in Europe? So I like whipped cream without sugar. So that the Germans are just like, that's exactly what they like, and so I prefer it that way. Not everybody likes that. So you can always put a thing of powdered sugar in here, just a little teaspoon of powdered sugar. You put a little vanilla in here, but just for demo purposes, I just went ahead and put heavy whipping cream in here. There is a line right here, so you don't want to go over the line, because if you go over the line, it will come out the top of it. It'll be all over the place. But if you want to use something like this, what is so great about the whipped cream maker is that not only can you make it, you can actually take the bottom off. It becomes the lid. You take the top off and you can stick it in your refrigerator, and you can have whipped cream for a couple of days. So lattes, pie. At Thanksgiving, I actually use our Korinji cinnamon, and I'll make cinnamon whipped cream for my pumpkin pie, which is really great. But you guys, somebody's got to time me. Who's timing me? Ready? You tell me when. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, someone's got an iPhone.
So while I'm doing this, I'm also going to tell you I do scrambled eggs in here, because who doesn't like the scrambled eggs when you still have the white and the yolk and everything not completely mixed up together? My daughter likes to do this. By the way, it's a great arm workout. So you can hit stop. How long would it?
I'm a 2-second late, so it should be like 15.
Okay.
What did you use for that?
Heavy whipping cream.
Heavy whipping cream.
And that's
wow, look at that. Wow.
So, actually would. Isn't that great? And it actually, you can also do mayonnaise in here too. So, yeah, it's
Less
it's
than 15 seconds.
Wow.
yeah. So it is really great. And then when you pull it out, it's going to be
So what do you put in there?
Heavy whipping
just
cream.
heavy whipping cream.
Just buy the carton of it and pour it in there, and that's it.
So I can take it out, and then I put the lid on. I'm not eating this, so my fingers are clean still, but
Yeah.
anyway. And then I can take the bottom of it and then put it in my refrigerator and use it for later. So the whipped cream maker is excellent. It's a great gift to give if you're given like the pie dish or something like that as a gift, and you want to put the whipped cream maker with it. It's fantastic. For those of you that just came in, I'm Renee. Sorry, nice to meet you. And I have a link for the show, so everything that you see in there, if you have questions, and if you close out your order tonight, you get a free gift from me. So,
Can you do meringue? Do you make meringue?
you know, it probably not. And I'm going to show you something you could make meringue with, but I would tell you that I think you could, but I'm afraid that the stiffness, because of the way that the discs go, I'm afraid it would get all stuck up inside of your thing. I have not tried it, and you might prove me wrong, but which I love to have people prove me wrong, but I actually don't know, so I have not tried meringue for that. I will tell you that I own our cooking blender, and our cooking blender is amazing, and I actually make my own powdered sugar in my cooking blender. I just stick a cup of sugar in and hit it on grind, and it makes powdered sugar for me, but I do meringue in there as well, and it's really great. So if you are in the market for a new blender, I will tell you our cooking blender heats up to 220 degrees. You can make your own jam in it. So the first time I got it, I put in strawberries and a little bit of pectin, turned on the lid, hit go. It beeped and told me when it was ready for the sugar. I put the sugar in it, let it go, and I had my own homemade strawberry jam, and I didn't do anything. It was so great. And it makes your own peanut butter. So you can take peanut butter from peanuts from Costco, a little bit of salt, put it on the grind feature, and it makes heavenly, amazing peanut butter. And so I had to make my own bread because then of course I had peanut butter and jelly. But it was fabulous. You know, during the pandemic, it was fantastic to have. But really, really great to have that kind of stuff. So, all right, I'm gonna make you a little bit of salsa, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do one last thing, and we're gonna do some cooking, and then we can chat. So, I love homemade salsa. I like to eat it all the time, but for me, I'm not a huge fan of chopping. It just takes forever. So this tool saved my life because I literally don't have to do very much more than just quartering an onion and being finished. I am about to use what's called the Flex Prep. It is our new product for the fall. And the Flex Prep is awesome because it replaced 3 items in my kitchen. It replaced my food processor, it replaced my immersion blender, and it replaced my hand mixer all in one. So I gave those all to my kids, and I kept this for myself. So everything on Pampered Chef that has blades is sharp. Our knives, our cutlery, all that kind of stuff, the mandolin is sharp. Please be careful, because I see people put things in the dishwasher and so far, they're just going to be really careful with it. But with the food processor, this is a 6-cup capacity. What's great about this is I hand wash mine because my dishwasher is super hot. I wouldn't recommend putting it at the bottom of your dishwasher, but the top of your dishwasher you can use as there. But this is going to be so easy, you guys, and you're going to absolutely love. I make this salsa for my family all the time. So I am putting in just onions, and I quartered some tomatoes. I cut everything on our flexible cutting mats. They come in a set of 3, and the flexible cutting mats are awesome because, 1, they don't transfer flavors. So if you've got garlic or onion or anything like that, you can put that in the dishwasher, it's gonna go away. But also, when I make things like, if I have mushrooms that are getting ready to go bad, I will take them and cook them, and then I will spread them out onto a flexible cutting mat and individually freeze them. When they're done, I'll just pop them together and then put them into a Ziploc bag, and you can put them in for your pot roast, so that you don't have to waste your mushrooms and things like that, which is really great. I didn't realize you could cook mushrooms and put them in the freezer. You shouldn't do them raw because the water and stuff will not hold up very, very well, but it's fantastic. All right, this is probably one of the most favorite things in the catalog. Who has a garlic press? Okay, who uses it for ginger? Oh, yay! Hey, I'm gonna give you a prize. So that is our new chili mix. So, and did you raise your hand as well?
She did.
There you go, and it's the ranch seasoning.
Okay.
You're welcome. I will pull one out for you just a second. Hang on. So we use our garlic press all the time. If you don't have our garlic press, what's so awesome about it is you notice I didn't peel a garlic clove at all. So all I have to do is take it, and I have to have a little bit of ingenuity and muscle, but it is awesome because 90% of the time, this one's a little big, I'm gonna slice it in half. The thing comes actually off with the back of it, so I don't have to dig it out like I had to dig out this one. Of course, Karma's gonna get me bad, right? So, but the garlic press is awesome. You know, fresh garlic has so much more potency than garlic that is in a jar or has been on your shelf or so forth. So I highly recommend trying to use fresh garlic if you can. And the beeping you heard is the halfway mark for the French fries. So it will tell you when it's at its halfway mark. What's great about the air fryer is that you can do everything in there, but if you are going to put stuff in your air fryer, I highly recommend, first of all, I have a YouTube video for Air Fryer 101. It's been watched like 30,000 times on YouTube. I'm so happy about that, even though I know I didn't sell 30,000 air fryers, but it would have been nice, right? So, but what's so great about it too is that you can, the top rack, first of all, it preheats instantly. So you're no more preheating your oven. It goes to 400 degrees or whatever you set it to instantly. But then also it is the top rack cooks a little bit faster because it's closer to the coil. So you can move things to the top. There's 3 different sections that you can move it to. All right, our citrus press, fantastic. No seeds in anything. For years, I used to use it the other direction, but I was told that I was doing it backwards. So, and again, and I do lemon in my salsa. I know some people like it the other way. One of the great seasonings that we have is a chili lime seasoning, and that is fantastic. Fantastic for all kinds of salsas and so forth. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna do is the jalapeno. And then please, everybody, remind me not to touch my eyeballs nor my face later on when I'm checking you out and I'm crying. It's not because I'm sad that you're leaving. It's just because I'm sad that I got jalapeno in my face. So. And these are our knives. If you have our knives, you know. But if you don't, first of all, the black-handled ones are lifetime guaranteed, which is fantastic. And I mean lifetime guaranteed. They will take care of it no matter what. And then the second thing I'll tell you is they are balanced knives. They're balanced tip to tip. So if you've ever had a knife before with the wooden handle and the handle comes off, have you ever had that happen to you before? This isn't gonna happen. The forged cutlery goes all the way through the knife. And that's a great knife. I've been cooking forever. I love to cook, and so I love our knives. There's all different kinds. Most people who host a show will actually get our knife set, because when you host your own show, you get items at 50% off. In November, there's actually 2 60% off items, which is fantastic. And then, of course, in January, it's double points, so you could really clean up in the month of January. All right, so let me do this. Every time I do this, it doesn't sit on here correctly because I've shifted it, which is why I put the onions in so carefully. So let's just make sure I did it right. Every time I have to do it, I have to turn it back out, because it's just Murphy's Law the way it goes. Am I right? There we go. Ta-da! All right. So this is the base of the Flex Prep. The base of the Flex Prep is what is interchangeable with all the different items I'm about to show you. The battery packs are basically the last of the party and the first to leave. So you would put on the motor and then pop on your battery packs. They come in a pack of 2. So if I am halfway through and I run out of battery juice, I got a backup right there. They usually last for about 30 minutes. And what's so great about it is I cannot push this button right now. I have to use the safety, which is to push it up here in the back and then push it on. Let me show that to you guys as well. I cannot push this button. I have to push it in the back and do it from there. I want to also make sure that I show you that there's a, do it myself with my glasses, but there is a plus and a minus button. I always start it on high just because I want it to kick off and go, and then I can always turn it back down. So I'm going to start this one for you, and then I'm going to show you what the other things can do for it. But to the Pampered Chef gods just went through. So anyway, that is homemade salsa, just like that. You guys, it's so fresh, it's so amazing. I'm gonna put it out so that everybody can try it as well, but it is so easy to do. I mean, if I wasn't talking to you, I'd be done in 5 minutes. And I will tell you, I highly recommend. I also will do, who bakes? Who's a baker? How often do you hate having to crumb butter into flour and try to get that perfect meal? You can put your flour in here, put your cold butter in here. You can actually take this piece off and just drop your cold butter in, and so you can start it so it'll go, and then you put it's like sand. It's the most dreamy, wonderful thing ever. I love it. So, but when I'm done, I'm gonna take the battery pack off because I don't wanna continue to let it run, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do here. Now, I just was showing this to somebody earlier. This is a transition piece that goes, make sure I do it right. Again, my glasses probably would come in handy right about now.
No, they're on the top of your head.
Are they?
Yes.
There we go. Those would be helpful too. It comes with 2 different types of whisks. These are the balloon whisks, and then it also comes with the regular standard whisks as well. So somebody was talking about meringue. Yeah, so this is something I would highly recommend for meringue. You can put this in. We have a brand new, really nice plastic bowl that's a nice mixing bowl, or you can do it in metal, but I'm sure everybody knows who's a baker, you should never do these in a glass bowl, so you should always want to make sure you put it in metal or into plastic, because glass can chip and it can chip into your stuff. So again, this one has a safety on this side, so I'd have to just pull in the safety, and that's just on level 1. You can see it goes from there. It's quite handy, and again, these are all dishwasher safe right here. And then the last thing, which makes my day, because I have a pressure cooker, and I have the Pampered Chef pressure cooker, which by the way is $99 right now. So if you need a Christmas gift for somebody, I make soup in mine, I proof bread in mine, I make hot roast in mine. There's just chili, everything else, but I use this as my immersion blender, and I will make sauces and so forth, or soups, and you can go ahead, and again, all you have to do is press the back of the Flex Prep, and you can use it from there. This is silicone around the bottom, so it's not going to scratch the bottom of your pan. So without a doubt, this is a brand new item for fall, but I get so much use out of it. I absolutely love it, so I would highly recommend, if you had the opportunity, to grab one for your kitchen. I always say, if you want something that's a big ticket item, you should host, just because I feel like that's important. But if you want to pay full price, I love your money and I'm not going to turn it down. So now, I'm really quickly going to put this out. I know Cindy's got some chips out there somewhere, and I'm going to let you guys go ahead and taste that and use it up, and I'm going to clean up a little bit, and we're going to do one last thing, and I'll let you taste the French fries as well.